Good afternoon. We're having a lovely Sunday here in Alabama. It's around 80 degrees. There's a light wind, which is nice in the shade. It makes it quite comfortable in the shade. In the sun, it's hot as blazes, really. I'm doing a few things outside today in preparation for summer. I've pulled out the umbrella stands, and I was washing down the umbrellas to get the pollen and the dirt and grime off of them. I had them just under the deck here behind me, and they get pretty dirty under there. But it's a fun task, one I don't mind. Let's see, let me show you a couple of things. Well, okay, there's the last umbrella that I've just rinsed off. I'm letting it drip a little bit before I move it to the deck. If you remember, or if you follow me on the blog, that's the umbrella that I personalized by adding the tassels to it, and I love it. It'll go on the deck. The other one I've already put up. It's over there by the hot tub, and it's really, really worn out. I won that as a door prize one New Year's Eve, and 13 to 15 years ago, and it's torn in places, and some of the stabilizer bars are broken, but we'll use it till it completely dies or completely rips apart. And then if you noticed right here, I got Mr. Menace to test his tent putting up skills, and he passed. Looks like he said that was the easiest tent he'd ever put up before in his life. We borrowed that from his son Keith. We have an overnight canoe trip planned in, not next weekend, but the one after that. We'll go down to Coosa County. I think it's called the Hatchet River, and we'll canoe with a group. I don't know how many miles for a ways until we get to the campsite, and then we'll pull out and camp for the night. And they're supposed to have food and live music, and we'll sleep. We'll see how well that goes. We haven't either one camped in many years, and in the past, sleeping on the ground or the floor of the house didn't bother me. But I know last time I tried to sleep on the floor with my grandkids, it was extremely uncomfortable. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it, but I do plan on taking some pads and mats and blankets and things to kind of cushion the ground. But anyway, that's going to be fun. And then we'll get up and they'll have us breakfast. They'll cook us breakfast, and then we'll canoe some more. And anyway, it's going to be a fun weekend, I think. But anyway, I made him test his skills of putting up the tent before we left home to make sure we have all the pieces. It was my main thought. That would be our luck, to get off and not have all the pieces. As I said, it's a beautiful day. I got some more planted in my garden yesterday before the rain came, which was perfect timing. I planted some onions and some more peppers and some more sunflowers. I could see where I had bare spots, ones that didn't come up or something ate them. So I put some more seeds down in those bare spots. And then it rained. We had a nice little rain, and then it stayed cloudy forever, and I wish we'd gotten more rain. But as typical for summers of Alabama, it's going to be hot and dry, and I'll need to, in fact, I'll need to go and buy me another water hose and a sprinkler. I've been fighting a sprinkler that we have that's really old and worn out. I've been fighting it for 5 or 6 years now and making it work, and but it's time to buy a new one. A couple of years ago, I had a really great tomato crop, and right as they were coming off, I had a trip planned to go see my mother, and so I got Tracy and Ella to come over and water my tomatoes and pick them and eat them because we were gone. And I forgot to warn her about the sprinkler. It's eccentricities. It's how you had to baby it, how when you turn the water on, it'll shoot the end piece off of it and it won't sprinkle, and you have to go over there and hold the hose to cut the water off and get the piece back on it and get it so it's sprinkling again. But anyway, yeah, she kind of chewed me out about that when I got back. But anyway, it's time to buy a new sprinkler. We didn't get enough rain. But anyway, I wanted to tell you this. My daddy was a farmer, and so I thought he was just old-fashioned in that he always used wooden stakes to tie up his tomato plants. He would have so many tomato plants, always 20 or 30 tomato plants. And he would tie them up. He'd drive those stakes in the ground next to each plant. Hey, Crystal, what do you want me to bring on the camera? The tomato plants? Or am I late answering your question? Anyway, he would use mine and my sister's and my mother's old worn out pantyhose to tie the tomatoes to the stakes because they're stretchy and they wouldn't hurt the stems of the tomatoes. So anyway, and I thought he continued that instead of buying, I want tomatoes too. I'm excited to get some tomatoes. Yes, it is very slow, evidently, and I don't know what what your question was referring to. Anyway, he would tie the tomatoes to the tomato plants, the stems, to the stakes with the pantyhose, and he did that all his life. And I thought he just never advanced into the new age, being old-fashioned and buying tomato cages. But today I found out why. I ran over to Home Depot specifically. Well, actually, I checked Lowe's first, specifically to buy tomato cages. I only needed 13. I probably really only needed 10. I had a couple. But I wanted to get like 24 so I could plant more tomatoes, and so I could also use them for other things. They're good for cucumbers and peppers and anything that's kind of might get a little top heavy. Those things are $5 a piece. If I'd have got that many, I would have spent, these things are $5 a piece. And if you want those pretty ones that they have now, the yellow ones or the red ones or the blue ones, they're like $7 or $8 a piece. Okay, that's just craziness. I know now why Daddy never bought any tomato cages. I only got 7, but the main reason for that is that's all that would fit in my car. Every time I buy something, I have to consider, okay, how am I going to get this in the car? It was a challenge. You just should have seen me. I was out there for probably about 10 minutes trying to get them in my car. Anyway, that would have been $120, I don't know, over $100 just in tomato cages. So, no, I don't know. I'll have to bite the bullet at some point and buy them, I guess. But, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. And I wanted the pretty colored ones, I wanted yellow ones. But $8 a piece. I wonder if they'll go on sale at the end of the summer. Probably not. Anyway, I am going to get back to work now. Well, I'll probably go get me a sandwich first. And this is not really work. This is fun work. I tried to get all my mowing and weed eating and stuff done yesterday so I could kind of just have fun today. Anyway, hi Crystal, I love you. And hello everybody else. Talk to y'all later. Bye.